So why would we switch from a custom bottle to a generic bottle? I'll tell you why. First of all, my name's Jason. I'm master distiller here at Tropical Distillery in Miami, Florida. And this has been our bottle for about the last year or so. It's a flask style, and it's got a custom embossing on the front face. It says J.F. Hayden's, which are our brand of liqueurs. Yeah, so this is a glass that we sourced from China. We sourced 2 containers full. Prior to that, basically a total of 4 containers, 2 from Mexico, 2 from China. The China glass was absolutely horrendous. Basically, the front part of it like bulged out or bulged in, and it wouldn't let the label lie flat. But again, that's not the reason why we switched away from this glass. The number one reason is because bartenders didn't like it. So it's not easy to grip and pour. So the neck's just a little bit too short, and it's just a little bit too unwieldy for bartenders to hold. And since our primary business with these liqueurs are on-premise accounts, we want to listen to the bartenders. So it was good feedback. So we're switching to just a round bottle like this. Got a nice neck on it. It's easy to hold, looks good in the hand. And you'll notice that it actually is a little bit narrower as well. So it'll take up less space on a shelf, fits nicely into a speed rail. Yeah, and like it'll take up less real estate on off-premise accounts as well, because these are like at least a little bit over 4 inches wide, and that just when you have like all of our SKUs, we have like we have 6 different SKUs now, and if you were lining them up all side by side, that would take up a lot of shelf space. So having a narrower profile really helps out a lot. But again, just being able to grip it well and pour, especially with the volumes that we do here in on-premise accounts, especially here in Florida, it just made sense to switch different bottle. And also, like that had a lot of unintended benefits. So smaller cork, which means we can get more shipped to us in a smaller space. The cork's way less, so freight is cheaper. We can actually hold more corks in our corker, so we just have like a straight line, and we were limited to about I think 30 or so with this larger cork. This is a 22.5 millimeter bar top cork actually, and then this one's a 19.5. So all that adds up to a little less frequently that we need to load our corker. So that really helps out. The other great thing is because there's really no front. I mean, other than there is a registration mark on the bottom of the bottle, but we don't use that for orientating the bottle. With the flask style, because it had this embossing, you had to face it the right way on our bottling line in order for it to put the front label on properly. So at the beginning of at the accumulation table, basically our sorting table was useless, because you can't just load on a bunch of these bottles and then hope they'll face the right way. You actually have to face them around, so you can't really fill it up and let it do its job sorting out and loading the filler. So with these, you just dump out a whole bunch of bottles onto the table, and it'll spin around and load the table properly. So that was a nice benefit for that. Also, this is our new orange liqueur that we're releasing, so look for that this summer. So yeah, and also these bottles, the flask style bottles on the bottling line, because it has like this taper right here, when it had a tendency to fall over on the line if there's especially at like the transfer plates going from one section to another part of the filling line. So these are really tippy and tended to fall over. These have a bigger base. They have a slight taper, but still when they go up together. They're pretty stable. So it's been really good to run. We've run like 4 pallets of these so far, and it's been really good so far. And then we'll go inside and I'll show you another one of the unexpected benefits that I wasn't really thinking about. We got to redesign our boxes, so I will show you those right now. Okay, so in the warehouse now, and I'll show you 2 different pallets side by side and the benefit that we get. So this is our old style. It's a pallet of 100. You'll see that all the boxes line up. And that's not always a good thing because it makes the pallet really unstable. So when you pick up the pallet with the forks, like if it's not well wrapped, it'll kind of fall out, kind of spread open. We've got a ramp for the forklift to go down when we're loading trailers, and it's a kind of a short, steep ramp, and it's just really, if you're kind of like off a little bit, it can cause the pallet to rock back and forth. And just like the pallets just really aren't that secure. So even when we wrap them well and then strap them with banding straps, it's still because just the way that these are lined up, they don't really lock in well together. But these, so again, like 100 case pallet, and 20 cases per layer, but the orientation, we can load them up this way. So we got 12 on this side, 8 on this side, and then we can rotate it 180 degrees or 90 degrees. Yeah, rotate it. Oh yeah, no, it's 180 degrees. We can rotate it 180 degrees, and then so each layer is kind of alternated, and it just creates a really stable pallet and much less terrifying to go down that ramp and easier to load. So that was one of the nice benefits of that. So that's just a little bit about bottles and why we changed it. The number one reason, of course, it's make it easier for the bartenders to pour, especially with the kind of volumes that we do. So yeah, any questions, just let me know down in the comments below, and hit that like button and subscribe for more kinds of videos like this, and I will talk to you in the next one.